Okay, here we have a problem, estimate for the mean height. First of all, this word estimate can confuse some people. Estimate in this case is used because the heights are from, well, within boundaries or what I would call intervals. So we don't know the heights of the 6 people, and I know the 6 people because the frequencies are 6, all right, 6 whatever it may be. So all I know is that those heights are somewhere between 140 and 150 centimetres. So because I haven't got the exact values, this question is called an estimate question because I'm not working with exact. So once we've got over that, we then have to realise that, in fact, I need to use some values to represent, in this case, 140 to 150, 150 to 160, 160 to 170, and 170 to 180. And in this case, what we do is we use what are called the midpoints. So often, when we have this type of question, we can add an extra column, and the midpoint in this case from 140 to 150 is 145, 150 to 160 is 155, 160 to 170 is 165, and 170 to 180 is 175. And these are now the values that I'm going to use. And so what I then have to do is just a bit like a frequency table question, is just say, well, I've got 6 lots of 145, 9 lots of 155, 8 lots of 165, and 2 lots of 175. So we usually say that this is the frequency times by the midpoint. Now I've got my calculator here. I'm not doing this on the screen, so I'm just quickly 6 times 145 is 870. 9 times 155 is 1395. 8 times 165 is 1320. And 2 times 175 should be 350, and it is. Okay. Now, the other thing about this question is this is about the mean. And the mean is, if we go back to primary school, is add them all together, which is this column here, adding them all together, which is the F times M column, and dividing by however many there are. And what you've got to realise here is the amount of people or whatever is the total of the frequency. So a lot of the errors with this question come to, oh, well, I see 4 numbers are divided by 4. What I've got to do is add these frequencies up. So 6 and 9 is 15, plus 8 and 2, which is 10, which is 25. So I know that there are 25 of whatever it is. So when I find my mean, I know that I am going to be dividing by 25. And then what I've got to do is just work out the total of this F times M column. So I've got 870 plus 1395 plus 1320 plus 350, which is 3935. And then if I just divide that by 25, I've got, change it to a decimal, 157.4, and because this is in centimetres, the answer's in centimetres. Now, if I look at this sensibly, I can see that the answer is going to be somewhere between 140 and 180, which it is. It's within the 150 to 160 boundary. And if you look at how this data spread out, there's a lot more numbers at the top, so I'd expect it to be within the 140 to 160 boundary. That is estimate of the mean.